In a quiet village nestled between rolling green hills and whispering trees lived a potter named Arav. Known for his artistry in crafting delicate cups and bowls, Arav was admired for his skill, yet he never felt fulfilled. "I could have been a merchant," he often mumbled. "Or maybe a traveler, seeing new lands." Despite being surrounded by his creations, customers, and admiration, a shadow loomed over Arav's heart, of feeling that what he had was never enough. He'd glance at the baker's warm loaves and wish he had a bakery. He'd watch the village doctor with respect and wonder what it would be like to be someone whose work saved lives. One evening, after a long day of shaping clay, he sat outside his little workshop and sighed. "I have cups that hold the finest teas, but not a life that feels full." Just as dusk gave way to a moonlit sky, a traveler arrived at Arav's doorstep. Clad in robes dusty from the road and eyes that held ancient wisdom, the man carried nothing but a simple wooden cup tied to his belt. "Do you have shelter for the night?" he asked with a gentle voice. Arav, though surprised, welcomed him inside. As the traveler sipped warm tea from one of Arav's handmade cups, he looked around and said, "You live surrounded by beauty." Arav chuckled bitterly. "What good is beauty when your heart is empty?" The traveler raised his wooden cup. "Then perhaps you should find the one cup that never empties." Arav frowned. "What does that mean?" The traveler only smiled. "When you understand, you will no longer compare, nor crave what others have. You'll simply live and love it." The next morning, Arav packed a small bag and set out to find this legendary cup, the one that never empties. If such a thing existed, surely it would fix the restlessness in his soul. He wandered into the neighboring town and met a wealthy jeweler. Gold sparkled across shelves like captured sunlight. Arav admired the glimmer, but quickly noticed the jeweler's frown. "You seem troubled," Arav said. The jeweler scoffed. "I sell treasures, yet people only come to steal or bargain down. I sleep with one eye open. What good is gold when peace escapes you?" Arav moved on. In another city, he met a painter whose art sold for high prices. Her mansion was filled with color, yet her voice trembled with fatigue. "I paint joy," she said, "but I haven't felt it in years. The more people praise me, the more I fear the day they stop." Everywhere Arav went, he found the same, people possessing what he once envied: riches, fame, beauty, yet each carrying a void as heavy as his own. Months passed. Arav, weary and thin, sat under a banyan tree in a distant town. A little girl offered him a drink from her clay cup. He smiled. "Thank you, child." She sat beside him. "Why are you so sad, mister?" "I'm searching for a cup that never empties," he whispered. The girl giggled. "That sounds like my mother. She gives and still has more love every day." Arav blinked. That night, he couldn't sleep. The traveler's words echoed back. "When you understand, you will no longer compare." He thought of his life, the smiles of his customers, the laughter of neighbors sharing stories over chai in his cups, the steady rhythm of shaping earth into something useful. He had always owned the cup that never emptied. It was his craft, his kindness, his ability to serve. He just never recognized it. Arav returned to his village. Everything looked the same, but now he saw it all differently. He didn't envy the baker anymore. He appreciated his bread. He didn't compare his work to the doctor. She cherished the healing and warm tea shared between friends. He began to teach pottery to local children, watching their eyes light up with creation. He started adding inscriptions to each cup he sold. "You already have enough." The restless heart that once longed to be anywhere else was finally home in every sense of the word. Moral of the story: the true cup that never empties is gratitude. We often look at others and wish for their path, their possessions, or their praise. But fulfillment doesn't come from having more. It comes from seeing the value in what we already have and sharing it with others.